Good morning, students. So, once again, I am here to tell you about the resources. You have already understood the classification of natural resources in our previous video. Dear students, as I have told you that many natural substances can be made useful only after the use of some technology. When these natural substances become useful, they are called human made resources or artificial resources. The resources that are created by human beings using their skills or knowledge are called human made resources. Now, remember students that for making man-made resources, the most important thing is raw materials. Now students, just tell me what are raw materials? Just think about it. Okay, I will let you know that raw materials are natural resources. Thus, natural resources are needed to make human made resources like rubber is used to make tires, wood is used to make furnitures, metal is used to make utensils like spoons, forks, etc. Sand is used to make clay pots, and copper is used to make wires. And statue also. Iron, students, iron is naturally found as an ore, but the iron ore is in its natural form is of no use for us. The iron ore needs to be sent to factories to make useful iron for us. It is used to make buildings, bridges, roads, machinery, automobiles, ships, etc. So these are human made resources. Now students, as you all know that the continuous rise on population has increased the demand for resources at a rapid rate. This has led to the exploitation, exhaustion and misuse of resources. And when we exploit a particular resource, it becomes our duty to conserve that resource. Let us take the example of petroleum and coal. Petroleum and coal are also called fossil fuels. I think all of you know about this. They are formed from dead remains of animals and plants which have been buried under the earth for thousands of years. The intense heat and pressure inside the earth has changed them into petroleum and coal. Petroleum formed from the remains of animals and coal formed from the remains of plants. Human beings are using fossil fuels at an alarming rate. As per predictions, students, predictions means bhavishyavani. As per predictions by scientists and research agencies, fossil fuels would be exhausted completely in about 150 years' time. Now, dear students, think about the future after that. There would be no petrol to run the cars. There would be no coal to power the factories. Imagine the difficulties which the future generation would have to face due to man's insatiable greed. Thus, using natural resources carefully without wasting them and to give them a gap to get renewed is called conservation of resources. Okay, students? The three R's stand for reduce, reuse, and recycle. Students, so first point is reduce. We should reduce our consumption of certain items whenever possible. For example, if your school is near the place where you live, then you can walk down to school or use your cycle to travel to school. It is better than going by a car or a bus. This will help in saving fuel. Next, we should try to avoid wastage of electricity. For this, ensure that when nobody is in a room, the TV, fan, and lights are switched off. We should also stop wasting water. Second point is reuse. Many old items can be reused by making them into useful items. For example, old clothes can be used for making rugs and doormats. We can make shopping bags and baskets from used jute items and old newspapers. Okay, students. Um, Third point is recycle. Paper, glass, iron, and tin can be recycled a number of times. Old newspapers and other items should be given to the junk or scrap dealer. They in turn sell them to the recycling industry. After recycling, many useful items are made from these discarded items. I think you will very clear about these 3 points. Now, here are some steps to conserve resources. Students, just go through it once. We can conserve water resources by rooftop rainwater harvesting, making of cools and gulls, etc. We can conserve fossil fuels by using renewable resources like solar energy, water energy, and by using resources in systematic manners. Okay, students? Now, our next topic is sustainable development. This is the last topic of our chapter, resources. Students, when we use natural resources properly according to today's need and also conserve them for future generations, it is called sustainable development. Students, the future of our planet resets on our ability to conserve our resources by avoiding further damage to the environment and to preserve the vast diversity on Earth. Many natural resources are exhaustible or available in limited supply. If they are consumed faster than they can be regenerated in nature, they are bound to be depleted or exhausted. In the interest of sustainable development, it is important to take immediate steps for using resources judiciously. So, students, this is enough for you today. We have completed our first chapter of geography, that is resources. Just read this chapter very carefully. So, goodbye. Take care of yourself.